Welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I'm a certified weight loss and nutrition coach, and today we're going to talk about why you will eat more and potentially not lose weight or sabotage your healthy lifestyle when you consume a lot of processed foods. So if you're excited, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, because I upload new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget to check out the description box down below for nutrition coaching, where I offer personalized to you macros and calories. This is how I've lost 140 pounds, as well as one-on-one coaching if you would like to chat with me directly. Links, discounts to my favorite healthy things are also down in that description box. So let's talk about why you can sabotage your weight loss efforts if you eat a lot of ultra-processed foods. If you eat a diet full of processed foods, odds are you're eating a little bit more calories every day than you would if you limited the amount of processed foods that you're eating. Now, processed foods aren't bad. No food is bad or good, but we want to make sure that at least 80% of our daily diet is whole, real food, and then that other 20% can be some of these processed foods. If you fall more than 20% processed foods, this video is going to be very helpful. Now, a lot of research has been done into processed foods, and the consensus of all of these years and years of research shows that individuals who eat a lot of processed foods every day consume about 500 calories more daily than those that have a whole food focus. Now, these extra 500 calories can be your deficit, which takes you out of a deficit, which is not going to lead to weight loss. And in fact, if you're eating at maintenance and then that extra 500 calories, it could easily lead to some weight gain. So let's deep dive into one of the major studies when it comes to ultra-processed foods. This study contained 20 healthy volunteers, people who volunteered and said, hey, I'm healthy, I exercise, I'm at a healthy weight, and I'm going to shift my focus to a little bit more ultra-processed foods every day, and let's see what happens. Participants were allocated either an ultra-processed diet or an unprocessed diet for 2 weeks, and then they were switched. They ate 3 meals a day and were given bottled water and snacks that were either ultra-processed or unprocessed. Participants could eat as much as they wanted, and the quantities of all of that they ate were measured. On the ultra-processed diet, participants were given Honey Nut Cheerios, whole milk with added fiber, and a blueberry muffin with margarine for breakfast. The participants who ate an unprocessed diet were given a parfait with strawberries, banana, walnuts, salt, olive oil, Greek yogurt, and apple slices with a squeeze of lemon. After 2 weeks eating an ultra-processed diet, participants gained an average of 2 pounds. Those on the unprocessed diet had an average weight loss of 2 pounds. Ultra-processed diets tend to have foods in them that are more calorically dense and with less water content, making each individual food less satiating and satisfying. To achieve the same satiation in the stomach or sense of fullness, which may have more to do with the volume than calorie intake, it would make sense that more of the calorically dense foods would be eaten and therefore more calories than when eating an unprocessed diet. So I found this to be really interesting. So I want to talk a little bit about why you tend to eat more on an processed food diet. One reason is the speed at which you eat. You can typically eat processed foods a lot faster. Let's think potato chips versus carrot sticks. It's very easy to eat a big handful of potato chips, even a bag of potato chips, in no time at all, but it's going to take you a little bit longer to eat that same amount, if you're even able to, of raw carrots. When you eat less processed foods, you're chewing more, you're more mindful of what you're eating, and therefore you're consuming less calories, kind of like the carrots versus potato chips. What you also have to remember is that ultra-processed foods have a lot of sugar, sodium, artificial ingredients, and really are very lacking when it comes to nutrients. They're also typically very high in fat. Some examples of ultra-processed foods are things like chips, hot dogs, instant soups, soft drinks, and packaged baked goods, just to name a few. Now, what can you do to change your lifestyle? First of all, I want to reiterate that not all processed food is bad, and you should be eating some processed food in your diet. It's really, truly impossible to eliminate all processed foods, because guess what? Even frozen fruit and frozen vegetables are processed foods. However, we want to focus on more minimally processed foods than ultra-processed foods. Minimally processed foods are things like frozen fruits and vegetables. Ultra-processed foods, like we discussed, are things like hot dogs, chips, cookies, and baked goods. Anytime we cook or bake, we're processing our food. That's going to be a less processed food than those chips and cookies. Just base your meals on whole, real foods. Again, follow that 80-20 approach. 80% whole real foods, 20% less processed foods. Eating processed foods in moderation is fine, and it's actually part of a well-rounded lifestyle. It's, like I said, virtually impossible to eliminate all processed foods. Now, like I said, we can focus on those minimally processed foods versus those ultra-processed foods, and that's just going to make us choose a little bit healthier options. But again, life is about balance. So go ahead and eat those processed foods. Just focus on a whole real food approach, and you will be most likely to not only lose weight, but maintain that weight loss, and even more importantly, feel full and satiated throughout the day while getting in lots of nutrients and vitamins and minerals. I know for me, if I eat a lot of whole real food, I definitely eat less throughout the day. It just fills me up faster and keeps me fuller for longer. And then I kind of sprinkle in some of those processed foods that I enjoy. Sometimes I need a good cracker or chip with my lunch, or maybe I want something sweet for dessert. And that's all about balance and living a healthy lifestyle. So let me know down below, are you a little bit surprised on how processed foods, especially ultra processed foods, can have a negative effect on weight loss and overall health? And if you enjoyed today's video, and of course, if you found it helpful, give it a big, huge thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, because again, I upload videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Down in the description box, I will put nutrition coaching as well as links and discounts to my favorite healthy things. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.